23:16. Something that struck me as I was watching this was how much detail I feel I can get into on the blocks now in B slot with you guys. Um, because you're getting so much better in the B slot, we can, instead of just understanding what the move is, I can get into the tiny sections that need attention. So that's a really good thing. Obviously, as we improve, we become more aware of our errors as well. So you maybe don't feel it, but from the outside, I see how I'm talking about different stuff, especially in the B slot. I'm going to talk about a couple of things on the 3 build here. So levels, it makes it very hard, Otto, on Matthew, because he's got to go backwards now, but the front of his body is down. I know you want to feel like you don't want to be above Nadia. You certainly, but level. You can just be level. Be aware of where your knee is, which means that your head's good, but you just have to get you and Matthew on level. And Matthew, it could also be from you, is that as you step into the center, just thinking about a little bit down. You have looked a little light on this B slot session in general. Remember the 15s and stuff as well. So just something to bear in mind. The move, Otto, though, is really good. You've got your right elbow following Matthew. As you go past Nadia, your left elbow comes down and you make the piece more acute at the end. Again there, Matthew, see that? Your tendency to pop in the center of stuff, maybe just staying off the grips a fraction longer. 16s will look pretty good. I'm going to talk more about the 20 in a second. That looks better. As we step into the center, look at this. See, actually, Otto, this is fantastic. Your head is a little bit higher than Matthew's, which means that your knee is the same height, which means that he can now move back without having to have so much of a problem reaching down for you. Here we go. So on the 20 build, levels between Matthew and Otto. I've just given Matthew a hard time for popping, and now I'm going to do the opposite. Sorry, man. It's just keeping the levels in the center. It could be the collapsed booties that you're getting from Yora. Remember, Yora, be easy on that. If you collapse someone's booties, I know you don't have much space in there, so obviously, okay, build the thing in the center of the tunnel, but kind of be light on the outside of the knees maybe, if you're feeling like that, rather than heavy on the booties. Because now, look at this. We want to have you two level with each other. We don't want to create this pitch on the 20. A small detail, but I feel like you guys know the difference. When you're spinning a piece in the center of the 20 and you're level with each other, it just feels ridiculously easy. But if you've got that pitch happening, now you're working on level, just kind of like finishing off on a 21. Also, there's just something on the build of the 20. Sometimes, Nadia, it looks to me like you, let me see if I can find one. Yeah. It's a rotation, and you don't want your hips to go that way. If your hips go too far in this direction, then you're going to now have to reverse the energy for the block move. So I would say rotate and just really focus on stopping rather than allowing the hips to then change with that change of direction you've got for the block move afterwards. It also depends on whether Otto is delivering the grip to you as well, how you expect. Let me check for that on the next one. That looks good. That's a really nice build there, right between Yora and Nadia. That's perfect. And Nadia has a nice early stop there. The angle is correct. And again, you see what I was talking about here. Very nice levels between Matthew and Otto. So it was just that one that we saw. It's a complex little skydive. Maybe it's one that you don't feel like you could do the team record on or something just because of the nature of the blocks and everything. I understand that. But it is a dive you just need to keep moving forward on and keeping the focus on those tiny little differences, the levels, etc. But block techniques for the most part look really good. Loving the staging as well on the build. So as Matthew is going 3 and then 4 as Nadia connects onto Matthew. Cool. Yep, block technique looks nice on the 3.